Let's be real for a second. Men may not always talk about it, but there's one move older women make that hits them hard, right in the heart. And no, it's not what most people think. It's not about looks. It's not about being extra charming or seductive. It's not even about what you say. It's something deeper, something emotional. And when a man experiences it, he doesn't forget it. In fact, this one move changes how he sees you, how he feels about you, and often how he behaves in the relationship. Let's break it down. This is the move older women make that men can't shake off. Let's start with the problem. In today's world of quick texts, ghosting, dating apps, and instant gratification, real connection is getting harder to come by. Many men, especially those over 35, say they're tired of surface-level relationships. According to a study by the Pew Research Center, over 63% of single men over the age of 35 report that dating feels emotionally exhausting. They're not just looking for a pretty face. They want emotional depth, someone who gets them. But here's the issue. Most dating advice out there focuses on tricks. How to look younger, how to flirt better, how to make him chase you. But men aren't emotionally impacted by tactics. They're moved by truth, by authenticity, by the feeling that they're seen and understood. This is where many women, especially younger ones, miss the mark. They often try to impress, perform, or act based on what they think men want. And here's what happens next. Men might stick around for a while, but emotionally they check out. So, what's the one move older women make that actually sticks with men? Let's get into it. Let's look at the emotional side of men that often gets ignored. Men are taught not to show vulnerability, not to talk too much about feelings. They're expected to have it all together, but that doesn't mean they don't crave emotional safety. Here's where the gap widens. Most men won't say this out loud, but when they come across a woman, especially an older woman, who sees past the surface, who makes them feel safe to open up without judgment or pressure, it hits different. It's not the flirty text. It's not the outfit. It's not the date location. It's emotional presence. It's when an older woman listens without trying to fix him, when she doesn't compete or compare, when she stays grounded while he's spinning, when she holds space for his struggle, not with pity, but with power. That kind of calm, emotionally secure presence. That's the move, and it's rare. Here's the move older women make that hits men emotionally. They create emotional safety without losing themselves. Let's unpack what that means with 3 parts. They listen without interruption or correction. In a 2021 study published in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships, researchers found that men are more likely to emotionally bond with women who practice what's called active acceptance listening. That means listening without immediately trying to change the man's mind, solve the issue, or shift the topic. Older women often naturally develop this skill, whether through life experience, raising kids, navigating careers, or surviving heartbreaks. They've learned the value of holding space. A 42-year-old man in a relationship study by the Gottman Institute said, "She didn't rush to fill the silence. She didn't try to cheer me up. She just sat with me. It was the first time I didn't feel like I had to perform in a relationship." That's the emotional move. You give the man space to be himself without judgment, and most men, they've never had that before. They stay grounded during emotional storms. You've probably seen it. A man is going through something, maybe stress at work, tension with family, or just internal stuff. Instead of reacting, older women tend to respond. And that difference is key. They don't over-personalize. They don't spiral. They don't make his emotional state about them. That calm presence, it's powerful. In fact, in a 2022 relationship study by eHarmony, Men over 40 ranked emotional steadiness as one of the top 3 most attractive traits in long-term partners, above appearance or lifestyle. You're not being a doormat. You're showing strength without confrontation. That's what makes the difference. When you stay grounded, he feels safe to be vulnerable, and that, more than anything, draws him in. They show respect without needing control. One of the biggest emotional triggers for men is feeling disrespected, especially when they're struggling. But here's the trick. Older women know how to show care without crossing into control. They don't micromanage, they don't lecture, they don't chase or push. They respect a man's process, even if he's not doing it how they would. That freedom is healing. In a survey by Psychology Today, 68% of men said they feel most emotionally drawn to women who trust their decisions and support them, even when they're figuring things out. That doesn't mean agreeing with everything. It means showing respect for his autonomy. It tells him, I believe in your ability to figure it out. And that belief, that's what hits him in the gut. It makes him think about you when you're not around. It makes him miss you. It makes him see you as different from the rest. Why this move works? Men aren't used to it. They don't expect it. And once they experience it, they can't unfeel it. You didn't do it to impress him. You didn't do it to get something back. You did it because you're grounded in who you are. That non-transactional emotional presence is what leaves a mark. You didn't need validation. You didn't flinch when he was vulnerable. You didn't demand answers before he was ready. You let him be, and that move, that sticks. How to apply this in real life? Here's how you, as an older woman, can make this emotional move in real-world situations. When he shares something tough, pause before you respond. Don't rush to fix. If he gets quiet or withdrawn, resist the urge to take it personally. Ask, do you want space? Or do you want to talk? If you disagree with him, express your thoughts respectfully. Don't try to control, communicate. Hold your ground without threatening his. Be honest, but not reactive. This isn't about letting a man do whatever he wants. It's about creating a space where emotional connection can grow, not through force, but through presence. What men say. Let's bring in some real quotes from men aged 38 to 55 gathered in a Reddit relationship thread on emotional attraction. There's something about a woman who listens without trying to change you. I can't explain it. It's grounding. My ex was always trying to get a reaction. My current partner, who's in her 50s, just is. That presence, it's a whole different kind of sexy. It's not the words, it's the energy. When she lets me open up without fear, that's when I want to be around her even more. So, what's the one move older women make that hits men emotionally? They create emotional safety, not by performing, not by chasing, but by being grounded, steady, and emotionally honest. Men may not always talk about it, but they feel it. And once they feel it, they think about you. They remember you. They don't want to lose that feeling. This kind of presence doesn't come from reading dating tricks. It comes from real life, from confidence built over years, from choosing to connect instead of control. That's the move. That's the power. And that's why older women leave a lasting mark. Want more content like this? Let me know and I'll build your next video around it. Whether it's emotional psychology, attraction dynamics, or relationship clarity.